Welcome back to Rustic Heaven TV. We're the Simpsons, a family of 5 in northern Kentucky. We just bought our dream farm. Come along with us on the journey. Last week we were considering getting 2 Great Pyrenees puppies. Well, we got them.
Oh, you're just so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love you. I love you. Look at that.
This is Daisy, and this is Hank. They're so fluffy and cuddly. They bounce through the yard, and then they love to cuddle with us quietly in their stall. It's really neat to see them with the boys, and it's going to be really cool to watch them grow up together. They're being trained to patrol our farm and protect our animals, and they are just an awesome addition to our family. And now on to landscaping.
I love these grasses, but you have to do this.
Yeah, I literally tried to get him to not do this because I love just looking at the grass. But I do know that you're supposed to burn it down so that it grows back all fresh and new.
You thin them down and then they grow back.
Oh, my heart. I'm glad I at least got a picture of them.
Taking down all the upstairs hardwood and the tile down here and replacing it with new hardwood because there was a leak up there at some point, moisture in the hallway and mold and things. So everything's been taken down except for the hardwood. And down here, we can't really replace. We're took out a wall here and here, and it's just really hard to replace these. And Doug doesn't really like the tile down here anyway. So we're going to replace that also with hardwood, past the kid socks. So it's a good day. We are demoing and then we'll put it back and make it nicer. All right, so we're working in the apartment today. Looks like they just installed new carpet in the bedroom. All right, that looks great. Cool. Now they're draining the water out of the pool as much as we can with all the gook in it. Okay, so there used to be a little dumbwaiter closet thing that went to nowhere right here. So they took that out. Yay! They're gonna put hardwood down here, all through here, and there, and there. That's where the steps are. The railing will go back up. And this is Dylan's room. We'll finish it with hardwood. And then somehow they're gonna magically make it all match. So we'll show you the progress as it comes about. So what are you doing right now, Doug?
We are being tree huggers at the finest. We only want to run one water heater. There used to be one there and one in there, and we only need one. So we're gonna run a hot water line from the water heater that's going in there, over there, across the top, down the wall, through the green pipe. We had to get 36 inches deep so that it won't freeze, so that we can have warm little handsies when we want to wash our hands. And there's a shower in there, and there's puppies that'll get clean little bums with warm water. I'm a little sarcastic because I've been working my tail off. But we're gonna have hot water in there tomorrow night.
because of you
He did most of it.
and
Doug
you
did. That guy right there.
and that guy.
Yeah.
He did a little bit.
Yeah. Sir William JCB did a good bit of the work.
But we did fill the bucket up by now.
Okay. So I'm sitting out here in the puppy park with our babies. They're over there playing. And Doug and a couple of his guys are digging the water heater, I don't know, pipeline from one side, from the apartment to the barn, just so that we have one. Here's the little puppies. Oh, I just love them. They feel like what I can imagine polar bears feel like. Yeah, they're so cuddly and sweet. And you're just energetic and cuddly and sweet, aren't you? Yeah. So anyways, I'm trying to catch you up. So we've had quite a bit happen here at the farm. And in renovations, we got the 2 puppies. Doug was out of town for like 4 days at a lighting conference, learning about outdoor lighting, which we will use here on the farm and then in his business, Freedom Construction and Freedom Electric and all that stuff. But I was just thinking today, like the biggest difference between living in Union, Kentucky versus living here on the farm in Burlington, Kentucky. So the top differences are the drive. Instead of it being like 10 minutes to drive like anywhere, 10 to 15 minutes, now it's like, I don't know, 20 to 30 or 40. And then the other difference, oh yeah, we no longer have clean shoes and our clothes are a lot more dirty every day. From just being on the farm, working with the animals and the dust. I mean, we're staying in an RV in a sand arena. So we have dust, plus the construction in the house. So we're in and out of the house, between the house and the RV, depending on what's going on construction-wise in the house. But it's always dusty. So we always have to like kind of do a shoe check before we go somewhere. And sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh, I forgot to dust my shoes off or change my shoes. And then I always change my clothes if I'm going somewhere like, you know, to church or like Logan, you know, like we went to his registration tonight for kindergarten and made sure he was presentable because our farm clothes get really dirty really fast. So, but those are the main differences, is clothes and shoes are dirtier and the drive. But my on the other end of that, we have so much privacy. I mean, it's so quiet here. At our old house, we had a street in front of us where all we could hear were like cars driving by, and the interstate was close by, so we could hear the interstate sounded like, I pretended it was the ocean, but here it's like birds, sometimes gunshots from other farms, like they're, you know, across the way there's like a farm over there, you can see the back end of a horse stable over there, like it's kind of neat. And our neighbors down the gravel driveway that's past our concrete driveway, we sometimes hear their dogs or guinea chickens. So it's just the difference is more space, more privacy, a beautiful view. It's gorgeous here, even despite the construction. I mean, we can see the potential of everything. We see where it's going. So I'm just so thankful. Even on the hardest days of dealing with everything that's in chaos, I find like one thing a day that makes me happy, of like, okay, we accomplished this today. Or, you know, the kids had so much fun rolling down the hill and playing with the dogs. Like, just something, I don't know, just even seeing the dogs walk by the fence, or like my horse out in the field next to a pond and next to our pool, You know, so it's just, I still cannot believe this is happening. It's amazing. What an amazing gift God has given us to steward here. And I just wanted to invite everybody to just pray God's blessing and God's will over this land. He's the one that told us to get it. He's the only way it's happened. And I'm just excited to get to be a part of whatever he's doing here. So just super thankful. Check this out. So the puppy fence and the fence over here to the garden started getting pressure washed today. Look at the difference. It's like new fence versus old crappy fence. Look at that. That's awesome. Of course I need to put that back in, but this is such a difference. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Anybody want to come over for a swim? Yeah. I just came down to lower the pump. It was making noise outside of the water, so put it down lower. It's still kicking water out back there. So the froggies are about to be revealed here within the next day. Poor babies. They're not going to know what to do. We're not going to know what to do with them. Wow. But the fence looks great. Okay, what do you want to tell them?
There's a duck egg.
You got a duck egg?
Yeah.
You got 2 chicken eggs too.
Yeah.
Where are they?
In my pocket?
Yeah, they're zipped up in there, huh?
Yeah.
So they don't get cracked?
Yeah, so
Hopefully.
it's not good in it.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
puppies cannot get them?
Yeah, so we need to.
These puppies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those little babies. Aww. Yeah. You trying to copy Lily? Yeah. Oh, lady. Oh, sweet girl. This week we found out some hard news that Lady is in fact not pregnant. That was a hard one to swallow. We had just invested in puppy fence. We were brainstorming where we're putting her whelping suite and how much that was going to cost, and just mentally preparing to raise puppies for people to, adopt into their families. And we had people on a list. We had to tell. It was a very sad, confusing, overwhelming couple of days. But now we're moving forward. We figured out it was probably the stress of the move. So we're going to let her calm down and breed her next cycle. We're moving on to Rosie and then Lily and then back to Lady. All right, so Doug's guys gutted this utility closet out and put insulation in. It's so quiet in here. I just went from barking dogs and chickens and duck sounds to quiet. He just told me that they had to gut the apartment bathroom, unfortunately, because it had mold in it. So I'm gonna take a look to see what they did. This is getting a whole new rehaul in it. So they're patching up the walls and then we're gonna paint. They put in new carpet, so they've got that covered up over there. All right, let's look at the bathroom. Okay. Yep. They had to cut some things out. That's where they had to gut it. Okay. So, at least we know everything's going to be good in it. I'm glad they figured that out. And we'll get all this updated. So, but this is what we do. We find places that need some love, and then we give them what they need. But this is the apartment. We'll look out on the back, which the fence needs pressure washed. But that's where Pretty Girl was. Now she's out at her big field in the front. But it'll be really pretty back here whenever it fills out this spring.
Logan was so excited when he found out Road to the Horse was coming back to the horse park in Lexington, because that meant his buddy Matthew was going to be there, so we had to go. We took a break and went down to see my friend Jacqueline and her new baby and Matthew and Booger Brown, her husband. They had a booth there. That's how I actually met them a few years ago when I sang at Road to the Horse, and we had booths right next to each other. So we became fast friends, and then over the years, we've seen each other in different places, and so we went down to see them, and Logan was excited to see Matthew. Dylan was also excited to see the horses. So we watched some of the shows, and they were super hyper and excited to be there, and then they got tuckered out on the way home. And then it was back to work. I would like to start off by saying this was my first time on a zero-turn mower. Real cute.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So, putting a shower in there. So they're replacing the shower.
So he thinks he can get it out. I don't know.
And the walls.
It's pretty muddy down there.
A new vanity, new toilet.
Might have to
That's
hang
what
it
we're
up for
working on
today.
today. All right.
Oh dear. Hope that doesn't get stuck now. Oh, they found that when they were bush hogging. What? Come on down here, princess.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. You're gonna pull me? Okay, so he's gonna strap me. Now be careful, you don't break that. It's slippery down here, you know, I don't want you to fall on it.
It just hit you like 20 miles.
Alright, so he's gonna pull me out while I drive it, in theory. Alright, Let's see here.
This thing must have had a bunch of meat on it.
I would have left it there. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it's working. Big Johnny's got more power. Thank God. Tearing up our yard though. Yeah, so Logan said, "Dad, can we go to the park?" I said, we own a park, so we're out adventuring another piece of the property. So Logan and Doug came down this trail yesterday, and that's where he found his 8-point buck skull.
Yep, we found this way.
So they're taking us there to see what it looks like down there. We've got the little stream that goes down to the creek. Just follow it down.
We'll have plenty of time for exploring. Wild roses and all this stuff down.
Might need to see if a hammock swing hangs on that thing. That's a pretty spot. You can hear the stream. It does look like a horseshoe. That's cool.
And there's a spot just down here that'd be cool if we ever did a camp out. But I mean, this whole bottom's like, wouldn't take much to clear it.
Cool.
Make it nice.
Yeah. It's so pretty.
There's a trail running that way.
Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Trail that way.
Trail that kind of runs up higher on the hill.
Okay.
That's a good one to explore this summer when the water's warmer.
That's on this one. Oh, that's deep.
That's what I'm saying.
I did it. Oh, I flipped that.
Would this be a good campsite?
Yeah, we should totally come camping here.
Bring stuff down here and clear the leaves and stuff off.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
What do you think, Blake?
Pretty neat.
It's so nice out.
Yeah. Okay.
It gets like you eat. Oh my.
Praying I don't drop my phone in the water.
Oh my gosh.
This is fun. This is like every kid's dream.
Yes, this is my dream.
I used to play in the creek where I grew up in West Virginia every summer. Built dams, caught minnows.
What?
It's getting a little deep. Step to the side.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Dylan's we're about to go over. They're gonna overflow with water.
Oh gosh!
Are you stuck? You good?
It's deep right there. Look at the big feet!
Yeah. So this would actually make a really good camp spot too.
Look at this!
Pretty sweet. Oh yeah.
Look at that! Yeah, look at that!
Wait till you see what I found.
passed that yesterday.
Wow, we're getting a collection of these. Apparently people haven't been out here for a while.
Apparently people have shot
What did you find them?
Shot deer and just let them
deer, fought each
go.
other, and killed each other, or somebody.
Shot and then didn't find them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is a big guy. I wonder where the rest of him is.
Coyotes.
Something.
This is so cool. So apparently, we came down through that one field, all the way down, found the creek, and then it looks like this goes back up behind our barn on one side. But then there's just more. It just keeps going, and we are having the time of our lives. This is amazing. Wow. Look at this, you guys. This is amazing. What a sight. Yeah. Wow. Well, we found a swimming hole. Dylan's only fallen in like 3 or 4 times. Oh, you okay?
No.
The creek's down there, way down. It just came up the trail over there. We're trying to figure out where we're going. We are trying to find where this connects to the trail that Dylan and Blake and I found the first time we came out in the woods. We're thinking it's this direction.
I slipped.
Oops. We are lost. We're trying to find our trails again. We're gonna duck through the woods here and see what we find. We're just gonna go up until we find something on the top of the hill. It does not look familiar because what we did was we followed the creek. We followed the creek instead of the trails because we were so into the adventure of the creek. And now we're trying to find a trail. Our house. Hey, come on. We're almost there. Oh, come on. Look. Okay. We can do hard things. All right, go through that little opening right there. And follow Dad. Go straight. This way. This way. Oh my. Bending over. All right. You can quit whining now. Yeah, look. We're back to the trail that you and I found that one time. Our first time ever. Yep, that's that tree that fell down. So we just cut through the woods all the way around our property from the beginning to the end, but we kind of missed the trail along that way somewhere. I don't know where there's a trail yet. So we'll have to figure that out another day. All right. Woohoo! There's the horse trailer and the barn. Amen.
We found these cool photos of Pretty Girl. I spent some time with her brushing her out this week. She is shedding like no other. Spring has definitely sprung. And it just keeps coming out and coming out every time I brush.
recap, we have decided to put the garden over here on this fence because there is a hookup right there. So, and then I'll be able to see it from the top porch as it grows and all that. So we'll probably put the chickens over here too. Then I'll be able to actually watch them instead of in the back where I can't see anything. And then we'll pressure wash all these and make it look a lot better. But I'm spreading Pretty Girl's manure over here because when I did that at our Simpson Ranch in Union, everything just took off. Because what I did was wherever we just had poop piles for her, I covered it in seeds and stuff just like ran rampant. So the pumpkin patches did great. The flower garden did great. Anything I put in there just did great, in the tomato vines and just everything. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just, every time I clean out her stall now, I'm just gonna wheel it over here, get some good exercise, because her stall's on the way other side of the barn, which is why I thought it'd be great to put stuff over there, but it's right next to where these vultures hang out, and the woods are really close there. Like, they're close here, but it's not like an easy access trail like over there. So I think this will be a good spot. And if we need to, we can eventually put garden fence around it or whatever. I don't really want to have to do that, but we will if we need to.
Stay tuned for another episode of Rustic Heaven TV. Brought to you by Freedom Construction, Freedom Dumpsters, Freedom Electric, and Holly Spears.
Almost heaven.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Rustic Heaven Farm.